forgot about y'all. No, I just let the ball drop a bit. So, the last time I caught up with you guys, talking like I know you, was during lockdown. I'm sorry it's been so long. But, you know, lots happened for me since then, and I'm sure it's been the same for you guys as well. Lockdown for me was, I think, an awakening of, you know, things I haven't felt in a long time. And, you know, I met my boyfriend briefly before lockdown, and we locked down together, and it was an amazing honeymoon phase, uninterrupted by work, life, and we went through a lot of things together very soon, and I think it built like an amazing foundation for our relationship, and we know we could get through anything together, and it was really beautiful, and it's created such a strong bond for us. And, you know, aside from the beauty of lockdown, I think it threw me for a loop a bit afterwards in terms of coming back to reality, because I was very much Mondays I do this, Tuesdays I do that, Wednesday I do this type of girl, and always prepared, always ahead, always, you know, bills paid ahead of time, and perfect credit, and money saved, apartment, you know, been living on my own for a long time. And I think what lockdown did for me was it kind of derailed me, you know, in terms of my routine, and even financially, because I was no longer in control of my finances. And, you know, doing hair and working in that industry, you're kind of in control of how much you're making, and how hard you hustle determines your paycheck. And hustling's never been something that's hard for me. And I really think it runs in my family to have that mentality. So, you know, a lot of who I was, and you know, what I claimed myself to be was taken away from me. And it's taken me a little bit more time than I realized to kind of come back to who I am, and find my strength again, because I feel like I had to lose a lot of control during that time, and healthy control, you know, in control of my finances, in control of, you know, my future. And, you know, relying on the government doesn't feel so great, you know, coming from someone who doesn't really rely on anyone but, you know, myself, and trusting the decisions I make, and trusting that, you know, God is aligning and preparing my steps for me, and being able to follow in that. And it felt like kind of all that was taken away from me, and I had to find it again and find my peace again. And I always like to come into a room bringing something, you know, being able to offer something to people. And for me, that's always been joy. I can always offer joy. I can always offer wisdom. I can always offer a smile, an alternative to maybe seeing the downside of something. And, you know, for the first time in a long time, I was faced with a lot of downsides at once, you know, put in a position where I owe people money, and where, you know, my credit's taken a hit, and having to come back up and rise back up. And, you know, that is a downside. But also what it did do is it taught me how to survive with nothing, with, you know, my talents being stripped away, with, you know, not having an opportunity to hustle the normal way, the way I normally would. And what it did is it actually put me into a new kind of, you know, fight or flight. And I'm always going to choose fight. And I actually started a business recently. It's called In the Nude Organics, and it's an organic self-care line. chemical free, and I started with an all natural chemical free hair growth shampoo, which is actually doing very well. And I'm learning how to, start my own business on my own, and, taxes and LLCs and all that, which I love learning new things. So for me, this is, you know, even if it accounted to nothing, I would still be grateful for the experience that this has brought me. But, I'm putting it out there and manifesting that, this is going to bring me abundancy and bring a lot of my dreams for the future to fruition. And I think manifesting the things we want for ourselves and the things that we have to tell ourselves that we deserve actually help bring them to existence. Because if we tell ourselves in our mind, this business is going to do well, I'm going to make a lot of money from this, and we start to believe that, our actions will head in that direction and bring us to making that a reality. It's not magic, it's not voodoo, it's just, aligning our actions with positive thoughts. And I'm so glad I got to catch up again, and I'm gonna make this a regular thing, and hopefully weekly videos will be a thing, and hopefully you guys check out my new business. It's inthenudorganics.com. Support a sister. And I hope you guys are doing great after lockdown, and everyone is, coming back into themselves again and headed maybe towards new ventures. And I hope we continue on this upward streak. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.